Hey guys, I'm TK. Welcome back to another blueprint video. Today I'm going to showcase you some of the cool defensive moments on my own base layouts, and if you like these interesting clips, make sure you like the video and subscribe to blueprint channel. And also, if you want to order any custom bases for your clan, the link of the blueprint website will be down in the description below. But without further ado, let's just jump into this video, man. Let's go. Alright, we're on Dragon Cliff, and the first clip I want to show you is this interesting wall layout, guys. This is what I came up with, and it's baited for rams. Take a look at what happens when the ram goes. It targets the wall connected to the cannon, which means it has to travel a further time and further distance to get to that cannon, and then the zap trap can finish it off. The second tip, and what I'm gonna give you, is, for example, on Dragon Cliff, you need the attacker to use their race spell very early, so then they have not they don't have a lot of spells in your base to have access to, let's say, 2 dragon or 2 main for example defenses. And you can see already this race spell is not going to give him access to neither that blast bow or the single inferno on the bottom side, and that's how it's done. The second clip that I'm going to be showcasing you is a capital peak. So my capital peak design on the second attack, I want to mention something very interesting, and that is the attacking with the flying fortress and how a single tower inferno can be really effective, and also the distance between these two major defenses that these flying fortresses are approaching. It's somehow that one rage spell is not going to give them value sometimes if you don't drop it the perfect area. And look at that single after those minions lock onto that flying fortress, and because of the way those defenses are closer to the single, like on the 9 o'clock and the 6 o'clock, the flying fortress has a longer distance and time to reach the single inferno itself, and the other flying fortress is also going down, which means these attackers use 2 flying fortress with all those minions just to get a little percent of this whole base, guys. Now the next clip that I'm going to be showing is the continued version of the last attack that we just saw, and guys, there's going to be 2 things I'm going to tell you. First thing first is look at this, like this zap trap in the middle of the base, just making sure the attacker uses 3 rams to get into 1 compartment. That's an insane value out of, for example, defensive and base. But guys, I want to tell you something to not do if you're doing a hog attack. For example, you can see the attacker has 4 hogs, but what is he going to do? He's going to send them all to that capital peak, and then 1 giant bomb with 1 rocket artillery can finish them hogs off. The dragon comes forward as well very nicely, because that's just the way it is. It's going to come forward and make sure the archers doesn't target the town hall anymore or switch target, and that's just insane how that rocket artillery is super hard to reach. But still, do not do that type of attack, guys. Always drop 1 hog or 1 group of hogs first, then spam the rest. And that's basically for the tip of this clip, man. Let's go to the next. Talking about rams, I wanted to mention something on this Dragon Cliff clip, is that always, guys, make sure you have a lot more than rams, like the ones you usually need, and also the archers do not actually activate the zap trap. Okay, we are on Barbarian Camp, and I wanted to showcase this district specifically on this attack because I wanted to mention, what if you don't have zap traps? How do you defend the rams? Well, first thing first, you need the attacker to be really not as well, I would say pro, because a lot of attackers cannot wait to drop their rams. They literally cannot wait. They need to take out, for example, 1-2 defenses and then drop the ram to go for a further wall. And on this attack, you're gonna see what happens using, for example, 7-ish rams just to be wasted, guys. 7 rams will be wasted because the damage on this base is so much that you need to take this stuff out first, then drop your rams. And a lot of players, trust me, a lot of players do not have the patience for that. They keep on dropping some useless stuff, or sometimes they're in a hurry, they're in a rush, they need to drop their troops really quickly. And this is why having a high damage, I would say not core but entrance, is going to be really annoying to the attacker and really fun to watch the attacker failing on your base. Now this player needs to take that multi-cannon out before he keeps dropping the rounds, because wow, it's so much damage, guys, and we have 2 Teslas that they're just not going to let that ram. And by the way, that ram did not target that wall because it's just a base building. Well, I would say, what do you even call that? It's just a base building, I'm just gonna say it, and it's gonna target the further wall, and it's gonna keep on dying. Their last ram, it's still going to die. And let's go to the next clip. We are on Capital Peak, and this is an interesting one because I want to showcase the bomb tower on this district, well, Capital Peak overall. But the bomb towers are really important, and the trap placement, because this player is using all these hogs to finish off this Capital Peak. And we have, guys, 2 giant bombs in front of the single next to the bomb tower. But take a look at the damage. A bomb tower, a crusher, and also a nice placed traps can easily do to these hogs and skellies, man. This is insane. But always keep your single infernos trapped, because that's where the hogs can be really effective, and you can easily get a nice well, overall splash damage out of it. Now, another clip of this Capital Peak, and I wanted to showcase the graveyard spell this time. I want to showcase these anti 3-star bases and how they can defend the graveyard spell, and make sure they do absolutely nothing to these defenses, guys. And by the way, the defenses are placed in a way that they can help each other. So a lot of stuff is going to happen on this attack, but they're attacking with 10 hogs. So you're gonna see exactly what those 10 hogs get and what the graveyard get and what overall happened. But take a look at how these defenses help each other. The rocket artillery on the top side is helping the blast bow. The blast bow is helping the giant cannon. Meanwhile, the giant cannon also helping the blast bow, and also hogs coming in. You know, obviously the blast bow is going to switch to the hog as well, but the other rocket artillery is still going to help, and these graveyard spells are doing absolutely nothing, not even distracting enough time. And guys, nothing is going down. It's insane how much these defenses can help each other and defend an attack so well. But let's go to the next clip. Builders Workshop, guys, and we're coming in with 11 hogs and graveyard, and this is why I wanted to showcase this clip, is because look at the way the graveyard is placed on each major defense. What if, for example, you can see the blast bow, and yeah, this guy is spamming hogs, but it's fine, you know, it is what it is. But the blast bow is not covered with any major defense that much, but the point defenses can take out the graveyard really quickly, and the mortar on the far right side, guys. But by the way, take a look at the pathing of these hogs. They are not going to path to the blast bow, something that the attacker might have in mind, but they're just not going there. It's because of the way that one mortar and the wall segments was placed to go around that blast bow, and the graveyard not being able to finish it off. Now the next clip is the rest of the attack, like the second attack of the other player that was doing. But take a look at what happens. This is why I wanted to showcase this clip. It's because of the Tesla farm. The Tesla farm is something really cool in Clan Capital. Of course, you're not gonna have skellies, but you can have so many, like for example traps and log traps and bombs, because look at what happened. You have seen that area without the attacker attacking it first, and you saw there wasn't nearly no damage there, but that 4 Teslas, and I would say 5 because one more just popped up, it's going to absolutely demolish these hogs. I think some of you might have been waiting for the Wizard Valley clips, and we're going to jump into the first attack, and this being down with 3, and that's graveyard strategy. But take a look at what happens. Even with the single tower inferno, I want to showcase how exactly that area of my base can be super annoying to the attacker. But take a look at what happens. The rams are gonna die. This is looking like a normal attack that would do with super wizards and rams, easily just going in, spamming probably 10 more rams by now. Yeah, more rams coming in. But take a look at the damage that it's being dealing with without 2 wizard towers, point defenses, and the giant cannon. Insane amount of damage going in, and it's like this graveyard is not even doing anything, even though he's losing all those rams in, you know, just back to back. The wizards coming forward, but by the time they are there, those rams are already dead. The graveyard is already gone, and this is an insane hold on that entrance, and I just love to see Wizard Valley defend this good, man. I hope we get more splash damage defenses, but let's go to the next clip. Now this time they're coming in with super dragons, and I'm gonna put it on one time, and I'm gonna show you how exactly a normal Wizard Valley with a good design 5 super dragons on it, and I want to show you how exactly this works out, because take a look at those 4 air defenses in these compartments. This is very early on, and the attacker might think this is an easy area to get through, but it's really not, guys. He just lost 3 dragons. He's losing the other one on the top side, didn't get that giant cannon, and he's going to lose another one, and 2 raceful just on a single area of this base. That is insane. Next clip I'm going to be showcasing you is the skeleton park, guys, and it's been taken out with 5 attacks right here, and this is why I love the reflector sometimes, because this entrance is made for archers, hogs, and wizards, guys, like with the rams and graveyard, for example. But that's not the point. The point is 1 archer is not going to be able to take out a reflector, and not even 2 archer is going to take it out, not 3 and not 4. You need all of them together at the same time. That's why a lot of people attacking with archers that are not used to the graveyard, or they're just not using the graveyard spell, will be failing on these bases really nicely. Take a look at all those graves that is coming out of that entrance. That is just nice, and this base also defends really well against the graveyard spell with the rams and the wizards. And that's it for all the clips. I really hope you enjoyed it, learned something new about the base building, and overall it was a fun time to watch. Make sure you use code BLUE in the store. As always, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day so far. Hope I see you soon on the next one. So take care and peace.